The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester, 53 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned him, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And taken right at the 35. Here's Coleman now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Trey McBride 98 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. McNabb. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Julio Jones from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get some. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. On the return, Williams. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Now it's McNabb. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, as they've got it as we resume. Here's McNabb. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. McNabb to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense taking over again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Now McNabb. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, McNabb. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Ledge up the middle. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. That's taken it around the 40. Here's Coleman now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking downfield for Jones. They got his man complete.
He's to the 15.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights from the first half, all one.
Live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
If it's not already.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And Stroud now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taken right around the 44. Here's Coleman now to return. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Right side catch. This is Gates. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll look to throw again. This one taken in by Hester. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, they go Lynch. And he's not going to make it out. Lynch is tackled in the end zone for the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And
there he goes, right side.
He's on his way.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. C.J. Stroud ready to lead the Texans on their next drive.
Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Stroud to throw it. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Aubrey now for the point after.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And here comes the Texans now.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a
big opening up the middle. Inside the 20.
Oh, man, you know he wanted that one. He's going to wind up just short of the goal line, but what a return it was. When he got to midfield, Mike, I thought he was gone. I mean, it won't be a touchdown, but he set his guys up first and goal, and that was electric to watch.
They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Well, not an ideal situation to start this game off, Mike. I mean, the smoke from the pregame festivities were still lingering in the air, and you find yourself down a score. You don't have to necessarily go for the quick strike. Whatever your plan was coming into this game, stick to it. Of course, they didn't plan on falling behind this quickly, but there was a long game ahead of them. Just get back on track.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Run a little inside draw with their fullback. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Rattler now back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Second and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 90 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And how do you like that? this is going to work out. What a gamble. The fake extra point gives them 2 points instead of 1. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Raiders offense ready to take over for their second possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Throwing is Rattler. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. Now, faking the give, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes, there's no answer for it.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. He's to the 40. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 99 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Aubrey is good. We are through 1. It's the Eagles. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now Rattler gonna throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot.
The pressure all over him. He goes down again. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rattler. That one caught Devon Vele. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 93 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. And this one is blocked. A big hole. He's inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. He'll take it at the 12. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this all the way back. 88 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
He gets free. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rattler. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. He'll start at the 4. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Another run here for Robinson. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Rattler. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Raiders have their punt team out there, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This one, returnable. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. There he goes again. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 96 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will go all the way. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Raiders. Extra point by Little is good. And the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The Raiders offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing now. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So we are through. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. This drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time. The Raiders send their punt team out as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Now the return.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
First and 10. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. Inside the 30. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 97 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Certainly unconventional in their wisdom here, but somehow it still works out. I don't think the defensive PAT unit was at all expecting a fake. Remember, the ball's now snapped from the 15-yard line on an extra point.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. The ball's out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away.
He is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He fumbled the football. The defense has got it. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And how do you like that? This is going to work out. What a gamble. The fake extra point gives them 2 points instead of 1. This is fielded inside the 5. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Eagles will add one more onto their big lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The visitors' offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he has yet to find anything to lean on in this one. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
You know, Mike, we all understand that the NFL is a passing league, but typically when you're backed up this close to your own goal line, you tend to want to keep it on the ground for this very reason. Not only does the play result in a turnover, but now your defense has to go out there and defend a short field. Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify. I mean, to have this type of lead in the fourth quarter and still...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Aubrey now for the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is not going to come close to fooling anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't, and they get nothing on the extra point. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And this is taken in by the defense. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, a loose football. The Eagles have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. That'll do it for us. For my partner, Greg Olson, our entire team, Mike Tirico, this has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out on X at EA Sports_Month. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Luke Kuechly coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Here's Coleman now to return. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spear.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good for an Eagles.
McNabb. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing now is Stroud. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now 2nd and 3. And Stroud now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Stroud setting up the screen. Here's Algier.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. Here's Coleman now to return.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's McNabb. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Algier with another carry.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Stroud coming right back after the pick-6.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's Stroud. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Now Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's McNabb. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Julio Jones. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
To throw, McNabb.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now he's loose again.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Chiefs offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from... The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete to Palmer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Algier now up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll stick with Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
McNabb to throw. He's got it. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, McNabb. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gates, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. To try again after the sack. Stroud. This to Graham on the short pass.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Here's Coleman now to return. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the time.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. Here's Coleman now to return. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud under pressure. They got him again.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Luke Kuechly getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake. Now McNabb. He's got his man, Gates. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got...
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because this is something I thought would be out the game by now, but sometimes these head coaches...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They go play action. It's McNabb. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdowns.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Hewitt. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching.
Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they steal it back on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Going deep right away. They connect on the deep shot. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Oh, it's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Eagles get to it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender.
There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. A pickup of only 2, and now it's 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he gets it away from his end zone. Picked up at the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Completed over the middle. He gets loose down the right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the third time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip. Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try, followed. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown! The Eagles were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. So here come the 49ers on offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer. Because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's on the move. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The 49ers with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And not a whole lot to work with. He's only able to reach the 5-yard line. Punt team on the field. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He takes this in on his side of midfield. New series coming up following the punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. The 49er offense headed out now late in the half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Fails out. Wow, it's free again! But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. Looking to throw. pressure, and he goes down. We've reached the midway point of this. Our apologies to the halftime performers and anyone hoping for a quick snack break. Nope, not this time. We're pushing right through and getting the third quarter started. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And pretty solid field position starting out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Sprout. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Collects this at the 35. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Avoid some trouble. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Stroud. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. It's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap. And that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Aubrey good on the point after. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. The 49ers and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Colorado. Take over after the interception. That's good, but a very puzzling return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He beams one. He's got it deep downfield. A lot of grass ahead. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Wow, it's free again! And he gets it back. Oh, there's still a shot at the 1st.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks, puts this up.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. So beneath the chorus of...
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 53 yards.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Here's Burrow.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion.
Taken from just outside the 30. Oh, nice move. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that
Antonio Gates. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gates, 64 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. An inside give to Joe. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And they want to have a realistic chance in this one. They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester, 64 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 21-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And that flag accepted.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, Jones.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got a first and maybe more. Look at the big man rumble.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 59 yards.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Antonio Gates, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Aubrey now for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just 1 play resulting in the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's McNabb. Fighting through pressure. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Deion Sanders up to make the tackle. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll run wide side with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. McNabb. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gates from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he returns this to the 22. Denver's offense ready to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. To throw, McNabb. He's got his man, Gates. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Now Burrow down around his goal line. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd?
There he goes, left side.
Praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in, and the contact may have come too early. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Powering his way forward.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A great return there of 22 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Amari Barno
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. The left side completion to Jones. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And, Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The return game a weapon here as he picks up 27. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing now off play action. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Eagles get to it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking for a throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second and pretty long here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Throwing from near his own goal line. They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. Brock, what did we just see there? Is that some new strategy that I've never seen before for returning kicks?
Nope.
Because I don't think we're ever going to see it again.
I don't think we'll ever see maybe him again get that chance.
He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 23. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. That's complete. Here's Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning now from the length. The Eagles pushing for a score before the break. Got to figure out this third down here. Handoff now out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. This is taken at the 44. Oh, stiff arm. He nearly took this one all the way. A huge return that easily could have ended in 6. And this will set them up with 1st and goal inside the 10. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
They'll throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a third down. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 33. Has a hole left, room to run. Oh, he nearly took this one all the way. Huge return that easily could have ended with 6. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Brown with a return here. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. He'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. Brought in inside the 20. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, he's got it back again. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line. Fullback dive up the gut. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Third down give to Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's 3 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave them facing 4th down. On now comes their punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. Jukes out a one-stop. So a change of possession here on the punt. And a huge opportunity awaits as they start this one at the 3. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. Design bootleg here. The back's got it. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost him points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown. So now, after being backed up just a bit, another 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Back now, pressure on its way. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Pressure is there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got it at the 24. Jukes one defender, and he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. That Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Cut down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to do some window dressing. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. He takes it in at the 48. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it down close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense getting set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Slot receiver headed left. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. And there's a man there. It's intercepted.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 10-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short game. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Keep